Listen, I should just get this out of the open right now. I'm a tranny.
What?
Yeah, I know.
A granny?
You thought I was a biological woman, didn't you? You know, there are people in the LGBTQ community that don't want me to use the word tranny. They complain that I use the word tranny. They say that it is a demeaning term. In fact, you'll love this. I did just spend 3 days in Facebook jail for hate speech for referring to myself as a tranny in a post, and they don't like the word tranny, and I are a tranny. Thank you. So, I'm single. And I really thought that being a tranny and pansexual would increase my odds of getting laid. Actually, so far it has not worked for me. Fucking sucks. I'm getting nowhere fast. In fact, I talk about sex way too often for somebody who never gets laid. In fact, the only thing I'm getting fucked by right now is life. It's been so long since I've had sex that I forget who gets tied up. I wish that more of my stories about handcuffs involved sex and not my encounters with the police. I was at McDonald's yesterday, and some good-looking father spanked his son for throwing his french fries on the ground. So I threw my fries on him. Didn't work. When I go to the grocery store, I always get in the line of the checkout clerk that I think would be most likely to have sex with me. So I usually go through the self-checkout. So part of my HBO special, my upcoming HBO special, is all about my stay in the Lee County lockup. And you can go to my Facebook timeline, Shelley Kelly, or you can go to my YouTube page and catch part of that story. I'll just give you a little bit of it to catch those of you that have not heard about it, up on it, and then I will incorporate new material for those of you that have already heard about my wonderful Facebook stay, my stay in the Lee County lockup. Who here has had a stint in the Lee County lockup? Oh, you don't know what you're missing. It's great. Everybody is so nice. I got pulled over on suspicion of DUI, even though I was not drinking. I had a witness, and the witness is sitting right there for that matter. But actually, you don't want to get to the punchline before you hear the joke, but I will tell you something. If you get arrested in Lee County, you are getting convicted of something. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Whether you did anything or not, they've got a great little scheme going. I wish I'd thought about it myself. They arrest you, they overcharge you, and then they let you plead it down to something that you didn't do, because they threaten the shit out of you. And I will tell you that when you watch it on TV and you're like, don't let them intimidate you, fight it. Oh yeah, it's way different when it's you, and especially when you've already just spent 30 days there. You're not really that interested in spending another 30 days to a year there. Me, I'm actually still on the fence about that, but that's a different story. So they did pull me over, and I was in drag, and it really took them all of 2.5 minutes from when they pulled me over to where they put me in handcuffs. And yes, that is a turn-on. And they did bring in a female deputy to frisk me. And I'm like, I didn't know I passed that well. And you're going to love this. She checked everything, and she didn't say nothing to nobody about nothing. So I went along with it. And they get me down there. And this is some of the stuff that I did not cover with anybody before. The first thing that they do is take you to the nurse. Now, here's the deal. And you want to remember this if they ever pull you over on suspicion of DUI. They pulled me over, and they asked me to step out of the car. Well, I'll tell you what. I did stumble when I got out of the car. And I was kind of out of it. And they said, we'd like you to take a field sobriety test. And I did refuse. What I actually said is, I don't think that I can do that right now. I was only 2.5 miles from home. And I was 1 mile from home when they pulled me over. And again, they said, we want you to take a field sobriety test. And I said, I don't think that I can do that. And they said, well, that's called consciousness of guilt. So we're going to arrest you for DUI right now. You will get an automatic 12-month suspension on your driver's license. Turn around, put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for DUI. Now, I want you to remember what I just told you, because I was never given an opportunity to take a breathalyzer test. Now, they said that I was, but you're going to love this. And my attorney said, are you sure? Well, once I finally got out of jail, I was watching live PD, and the very first thing that happened was that they pulled a woman over. They asked her to take the field sobriety test. She said no. They arrested her immediately, didn't talk about a breathalyzer, put her in the car, end of conversation. I guarantee you, let me put it this way. I travel the country doing seminars on customer service. There's a cop doing seminars on how to make sure you get a conviction. Because a double refusal means conviction. And so if you don't give them a chance to take that breathalyzer, there's going to be a double refusal. And that's what happened with me, and I saw it happen to somebody else, so I know for a fact that it's something that they are doing on purpose. Now you know how that works. So the first thing that they did was take me in to see the nurse. As soon as they leave you in there, they want you to see the nurse. Let me just throw this out at you. She's a jailhouse nurse. So that means she's either exceptionally good because there's no backup, or she can't get a fucking job. Which is it? Well, she says to me, your blood pressure is 200 over 150, and your pulse rate is 144. Get ready for the punchline. Is your pulse rate always 144? You know what I said? Are you a real nurse? The fuck, right? But you know what I found out? You can live for 30 days with a 144 pulse rate. Because I did. So they did lead me into a room. I was surrounded by big butch deputies. And they did say to me, okay, your driver's license has an M on it for male. Are you a man or are you a woman? And I did say, I've been asking myself that same question my entire life. They said, give it to us straight. Are you a man or are you a woman? I said, why does it have to be either? I'm both. They said, so you're a man? And I said, well, not much of a man. They said, prove you're a man. I said, okay. I bottle up all my feelings until I explode. And when I get mad, I throw things around and punch holes in the wall. And when I get in a fight with my significant other, I always make sure that they feel like it's their fault and that they're going crazy. And a lot of the deputies were like, you know, maybe this is a man. But the guy in charge is like, okay, hold on a second, okay? Prove that you're a woman. I said, okay. I never know what I want to eat. It takes me forever and a day to get dressed. And I can't open a sliding screen door without knocking it off the track. Plus, whenever my man says something I don't like, I always just say, fine. At which point, it was unanimous, except for one. This is a woman. She's going into the women's cell block. But there's always fucking one, isn't there? And there was the sergeant in charge is like, who was completely devoid of any sense of humor. Said, all right, we tried doing this the easy way. Now, we're going to do this the hard way. He said, turn around. Okay. Pull up your skirt. The front. The front. Do you mean like this? All the way. And I would hold on a second here. Now, aren't you going to have to do some kind of a body cavity search? They said, normally when someone is in here under suspicion of DUI, we do not do a body cavity search. But in your case, we're going to make an exception. Okay, I was not all that impressed with the professionalism in the Lee County lockup, but what I will say is, I have had a lot of body cavity searches in my day. Thank you. And Lee County is one of the only places in the entire country where they actually charge you to go to jail. And now I know why, because it is worth it just for the body cavity search alone. Woo! They did put me in with the man in drag. Oh, I was going to ask, okay? Those of you that have seen me before, you know how I usually dress. Those of you that haven't, this is the first time anyone has ever seen me look like this. I usually dress like a little slut. I thought I would come here, I would dress down a little bit to kind of match the room because it's a more casual setting here. How do you like the new look?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like it? Really? Oh, thank you. All right. And how about this is a brand new wig, first time ever wearing it. Do you like the new wig? All right. Thank both of you. But yeah, I was in there looking all slutty and everything, and most people do want to know, was there any unwanted sexual activity? Well, let me put it this way. Number one, I was absolutely the most popular girl on the men's cell block. Secondly, there was a lot of sexual activity, and some of it was unwanted. And actually, that's how I wound up with 30 days. They let everybody else under suspicion of DUI go in 10 to 12 hours. They kept extending my time there due to my inappropriate sexual activity. The deputies were no help whatsoever. Of course. They decided to take me out of the main dorm and give me a private cell that had a camera in it. Didn't help, it kind of made it worse. And again, the deputies didn't help. Now, there was a camera in there. What do you think those fuckers were doing? They're jerking off the whole fucking time. They were having more fun than I was. It's ridiculous. So, when they let me out, just for your information, I did go straight to the hospital. And that's where it was determined that I have atrial fibrillation. And had it in there the whole time. And that's why I was kind of like, when the cops pulled me over, because it was the first episode that I ever had of it, and I didn't really know what was wrong with me. And so you could say that I was arrested and convicted for driving while having a heart condition. Now I'm on probation. And I can't drink, because if you drink when you're on probation and you get caught, they'll put you back in jail. And as I mentioned to you earlier, I'm really on the fence about whether or not I want to go back there. And I will tell you that you just haven't lived until you are waiting on your trial, and it is 4 a.m., you are drunk off your ass, you're high on weed, you're wearing girls' clothes, and your millennial Uber driver picks you up and the whole way home lectures you on your poor life decisions, and you know he's right. So I'm doing what you're supposed to be doing when you're on probation. I'm re-examining my life's choices. And I got a whole new set of friends in jail. And so I guess you could say that getting arrested and going to jail was a good thing for me. I'm Shelley Kelly. Follow me on ShelleyKellyComedy.com or Facebook or Shelley Kelly on YouTube. Thank you very much. You've been a great audience. Take care of your bar staff. And thank you, for being a great host. Good night.